Hello everyone, this is Jed Shlackman. I'm a holistic counselor and spiritual energy healer. For this particular video, I'll be speaking about attachment issues and trauma issues and relationships. We'll be examining how unresolved trauma, how abandonment and attachment issues can manifest and, in a sense, be replayed or reenacted in abusive relationships. If you consider when you're a child, your attachment to your parents or other attachment figures or caregivers is really vital to your survival, and not just your physical survival, but your emotional well-being. So we naturally seek to acquire some form of stable or secure attachment. And of course, there are often circumstances where we're not able to receive that from our caregivers, where in some way it seems that the caregiver is abandoning you, neglecting you, being inconsistent in their concern or attention to you, not providing love or affection to you, and so on. So those are very common experiences in childhood, and we tend to carry those feelings, those stories we're telling ourselves about how other people treat us and about our own self-worth as we go forward in life. We bring that into our adult relationships. So if you were abandoned, or at least if you subjectively felt you were abandoned as a child, it's very common to be drawn to or attracted to relationships as an adult where the other person will in some way act in a manner that reinforces that past experience and that feeling of being victimized by abandonment. So you may be drawn to a person who initially is very pleasant and appealing, who's very attentive to you, who seeks to build a relationship with you, and then over time they start to become abusive, they start to betray you and abandon you in some manner, and they end up leaving you, or you might end up acting in a way to to feed into that, to cause them to leave you, or to convince yourself that you need to leave them before they leave you. There are a number of different ways it could play out, but the basic theme of abandonment is being reenacted. You're in some manner replaying and reinforcing that sense that another person who cares about you, or who you would hope cares about you, is failing to attend to you, that they're abandoning you. So it comes back to addressing that core wound, that original sense of abandonment, so that you can have a greater sense of security within your own being, so there isn't a need to continue to replay this pattern. This could include going back to connect with that deep inner child, with that aspect of yourself that felt abandoned, that felt alone, and helping that part of you feel that it is loved and appreciated, that it is being supported at least by some spiritual source. So if you can compensate in a way or replace the lack of care and attention that your caregiver gave you with some spiritual source of care and sustenance, that can bring you this sense of peace and security within your being, so that when you come into another relationship in your life, if that person isn't giving you the love and care that you desire, you won't feel traumatized again. You'll be able to maintain a sense of your own self-worth your own inner security so that you don't have to keep continuing in that particular relationship. You'll be free to release it, to let it go if it's not serving you, and you'll feel content and okay within your own being until you may draw or attract to you a new relationship. You won't be that dependent upon having another person present to give you that validation. So in a sense, that would be the solution to the issue, to develop that healthy sense of your own self-worth, of feeling that you are loved and valuable, even though your parent, your lover, your marital partner, or some other person may not have exhibited that level of care and attention toward you. So in abusive relationships, people are usually failing to address their core issue. They're just acting it out again, replaying or re-stimulating the trauma, that emotion that they've carried from their childhood. So they're recreating a sense of abandonment, of rejection, betrayal, whatever that feeling might be. And so they're recreating that pain or suffering. This isn't necessary. You don't have to continue to replay this. You can take this understanding that you have now and work on self-healing, on addressing that part of you that felt that trauma. So for those that are experiencing some type of trauma or distress in their relationships, for those of you that may be feeling betrayed, abandoned, neglected, abused, be aware that you have the power to get through this, to reclaim your own self-worth, and to no longer be dependent upon a relationship that is not reinforcing that self-worth. I hope that this discussion, this input, has given you some insight or guidance into your life. For those that are interested in holistic health and spirituality, I encourage you to view some other videos on this subject. You're also welcome to visit my website, phinsights.com. That's phinsights.com, where you can find additional resources, also information on healing services that I offer. For now, I'd like to wish each of you a wonderful day. Namaste.